You ever look at a car and just feel something? Or maybe you see a logo and you instantly trust that brand. Well, that's not magic. It's actually a secret language. And today, we're going to decode the hidden messages brands use to talk to you without ever saying a word. Oh man, we have all been there, right? Staring at this question on a website. It's kind of funny, but it really gets to the heart of the biggest challenge for pretty much anyone trying to get your attention these days. In a world full of bots and noise, how do you prove you're the real deal? In a world that's this loud and crowded, just standing out is everything. That little checkbox is basically trying to feel human in this huge ocean of digital chaos. So the big question is, how do brands bottle up that feeling of personality and put it into their products from the very first glance?
All right, so we're going to explore exactly how brands build a personality by looking at a really fascinating battleground, electric cars. I mean, this is where cutting-edge tech meets pure raw emotion.
So in the ring, we've got two very different challengers. On one side, you have the Ferrari Luce, this sleek masterpiece of Italian luxury. And on the other side, we have the born electric SUVs from the Indian powerhouse Mahindra, and they are making a huge global statement about the future. And this quote right here from Mahindra's chief design officer, Pratap Bose, it's our key, a visual exploration. What he's telling us is that a logo isn't just some picture, it's a whole world of ideas. And you know what? We're about to take a tour. So what does Mahindra's visual exploration actually look like? Let's break down how they managed to pack a whole universe of meaning into one single, really elegant symbol for their new electric cars. So at first glance, yeah, you might see a stylish M, or maybe a set of wings. But trust me, there is so much more going on here. This thing is a complete story, just cleverly disguised in a simple shape. Check this out. This one symbol is doing three jobs at the same time. First, you've got the infinity loop for that endless flow of electric energy. Then, it also forms a racetrack, which is a nod to Mahindra's performance history. And of course, it's a super futuristic take on their classic M, signaling trust and a huge leap forward. So you get energy, speed, and heritage, all in a flash. But a visual identity is only part of the story. To give their vision a voice, Mahindra teamed up with the absolute legend, composer A.R. Rahman. His anthem, Le Chalang, which means take the leap, turns the brand's message into a sound you'll never forget. It's a full sensory experience. Okay, so we just did a deep dive on one brand's amazing story. Now let's zoom out to a tool that every single designer on the planet uses to speak to our emotions instantly, the silent superpower of color. Brands basically use color like a shortcut to your brain. You see a lot of blue? That's meant to make you feel trust and stability, which is perfect for a bank or a tech company, right? And that bright orange Buy Now button you always see? It's designed to feel energetic, to create a sense of urgency. It's all so carefully chosen to make you feel a certain way before you even have a chance to think. So, beyond a logo or a color palette, the smartest brands have to tap into the bigger visual mood of the moment. They've got to ride the wave of what feels modern and cool, and right now, that wave is taking us to some, well, surprisingly nostalgic places. One of the biggest trends out there is called retrofuturism. It's all about mixing those warm, fuzzy feelings from the past with sleek, futuristic ideas. Remember that Ferrari Luce we talked about? It was designed with help from Apple's legendary Jony Ive, and that's exactly why it doesn't just have a giant iPad slapped on the dashboard. Instead, it has these beautiful physical aluminum controls. It's high-tech that feels human, a perfect blend of old-school cool and next-gen power. And get this. The smartest brands are learning they don't have to just pick one style. They're developing what you could call dual aesthetics. They've got a calm mode, clean, simple, and soothing for their website, but then they have a bold mode with loud colors and wild designs for a social media ad that needs to stop you in your tracks while you're scrolling. Okay, so you've seen the symbols, you've seen the colors, the trends. Once you learn this secret language, you start to realize it's being spoken absolutely everywhere. It's on your clothes, in your apps, it's all over your screen right now. Let's make this super personal for a second. Think about the thumbnail for this explainer, or the cover art for your favorite podcast. That little square is basically a masterclass in design language. It has less than a second to stand out from all the noise and convince you to press play, and it uses all the rules we've just talked about. And here's a little secret rule for making that first impression really count.
For that artwork to look super sharp on everything from a giant TV to your tiny phone screen, the pros design it at 3000 by 3000 pixels. That's the magic number, the gold standard for pure quality.
But, and this is the brilliant catch, even at that beautiful high resolution, the file size has to stay tiny. We're talking under 512 kilobytes. Why? So it loads instantly, even if you have a bad connection. It's the perfect example of how great design is always this beautiful balance between art and invisible science. So there you have it. The secret language isn't so secret anymore, is it? The next time you see a logo, an app icon, or even just a car driving by, you'll know that every color, every shape, and every single choice was designed to tell you a story. The only question is, what stories will you start to notice now?